after isolation. It was June 2020, the global pandemic had started to slowly recede, but people were still getting used to the idea that they may be living in a new, lockdown reality for a long time. Today Gennaro Moltisanti and his son, Christian, were looking forward to taking the first available flight back to the USA after many lonely, quiet months of isolation in Italy away from Lucia, Gennaro's wife, who had been working tirelessly as a nurse in New York. They walked from the security gates of the airport through the dazzling, blinding displays of perfume, tobacco, intriguingly shaped bottles of spirit, American confectionery, and artfully crafted wristwatches into the departure lounge. Coming through the final turn, their path is bisected by a supporting column, abandoned in the middle of the human river, covered with a large poster encompassing its full circumference. The poster, a smiling woman in a one-piece bathing suit, caught Christian's eye. He felt he hadn't seen another person smiling like that since the lockdown began. The security staff, the check-in desk attendants, the cafe workers, even the passengers, looked as if they would rather be anywhere else in the world. Christian wanted to stop and take a better look at the woman. Her lips were painted red like the stop sign at the corner of his street, and her chin was resting with artifice atop her closed fist. The elbow of her arm curved away behind her, warping as though she was spiraling down into the drain of a sink. As they passed closer, more and more of the photo became lost around the bend of the column. Only her most central features remained. Isolated, freakish curiosities. Her slim body seemed to balloon out, exaggerated by the blue and white bands, and the closer Christian came, the more she transformed. At an arm's length away, she was no more than a brightly smiling cyclops, spilling out of her swimsuit, which was a swimsuit no longer, but wide ribbons of snow and sea. Christian tried to peel away from his father to circle round to the other side of the column, but his father, holding tightly onto his hand, pulled him closer. Christian wanted to see all of the lady. Did she look as monstrous on the other side as this one? But she was no monster. She smiled so sweetly. She must be a good person. If Christian were to pick one person to be his friend out of everyone in the departure lounge at that moment, he would have picked her. It was only his proximity that had bent and distorted her, made her crooked and frightening. Really, she looked like the kind of person with a nice voice, someone who would sing to him when he was worried about his mother, or when he couldn't sleep at night worried about catching the virus. Christian looked up at his father. He is all hard edges, lines drawn in thick black marker. If they were to put a photo of him up on a column, it would look the same no matter what angle one approached it from. He is flat and real. Christian's father doesn't smile.